Look, we're gonna... No worries. Our party is stuck at sea for like half an hour anyway, so it's not like you're gonna miss a lot. But yeah, when you're able to come on in, I am happy to have you. I almost want to fiddle around with something else before I actually like start the future presentation. I don't know, you tell me, would you rather be here for the entirety of being lost at sea? There's a dog.
He is here.
He sure is.
He is soft.
He sure is. Hello, baby. Your head is in a strange place. There we go. Hello, baby. He's such a good boy. He's still so soft from his bath. Okay. Well, in that case, without any further ado, let's get into things. I will see you all again right after this. Alright, welcome properly to the jewelry box, and back to Rad and Retro. Today we are continuing, once I find the button, Illusion of Gaia. Illusion of Gaia. There it goes, okay. Don't really know why that took 2 presses of pause, but fine. Okay. Oh, God. Yeah, there we go. Okay. There wasn't an opportunity to save yet. So, yeah, we're back at this fuckering raft. It's a very small raft. You've just come to? I've lost everyone. Are you okay? I'm still a little unsteady. Of course, you were unconscious for more than half a day. Yikes. I've read about being adrift, but I would never thought it would happen to me. Says the princess, so of course not. Disasters sometimes happen suddenly. I'd wager that disasters happen, like, frequently, suddenly. Like, if it's a slow process, it's not... If it's a slow and noticeable process, it's not really that much of a disaster, so to speak. And if it takes too long, then you know, people will come out of the woodwork saying it's a hoax, and that how can it possibly be real if the winters are so cold? Ha 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 ha. Well, that was a nice short conversation. Don't be upset. Don't think about the future. Let's just enjoy drifting. I'm starved. I'll have the meat I brought from the castle. Oh, you mean the meat I brought from the castle? It's a real good fucking thing I didn't eat this yet. Drifting day 2. Fish. And we're not allowed to hit them. I do love, by the way, through this whole sequence that our health is actually dropping.
Hello.
Hello, Herb.
Hi, sorry for the delay.
That's quite all right.
So we're really on this raft for like 30 minutes?
I don't remember how long this sequence takes, but it's very annoying, yeah.
Wow.
By the way,
Wait, oh no, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to set this all up beforehand, but you weren't able to be here right then. So go ahead and click that same link I sent you before in your DMs.
Okay.
With regard to the camera setup, and I can switch to the other scene, and it'll handle everything.
Well, if you don't mind, I was just gonna like chat.
Oh, that's also fine.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm like so not camera ready right now.
That's okay.
So what if you wouldn't have had the meat?
I don't think you're actually allowed to not have the meat. Like, it says, oh, it's not time to eat this yet, or something. I don't know. I didn't try.
Okay.
But yeah, Kara protests if you try to hit the fish for additional food. And just kind of... Yeah, okay. There we go. Time passed slowly with nothing to break the monotony. Will actually said out loud. Kara just stared at the fish all day. Will couldn't stand it, Will said out loud. He walked around the raft and talked to Kara many times, he said out loud. A minute seemed like forever, but he could hear the march of time.
He said out loud.
Yeah, drifting, day 4. Like, it doesn't make you go through every day, but like... I have a premonition. Help is coming.
I mean, it is kind of cool that they sort of attempted to give you like immersion for this whole sequence. Like it is neat, but yeah, in practice it's like, can we just get there?
There's a letter in the jar. The contents read, we are on a ship on our way to be sold as forced labor in an unknown land. If anyone reads this, please save us. Oof.
Wow.
Will says you should have caught that fish. I think this is supposed to be Kara's text box, and like, Will, comma, you should have caught that fish. But, you know, the translation is rough.
It really is. I don't remember it being this like disjointed.
But also, this is still Kara protesting that. I don't know. Are you saying it's better to starve? Raw fish gives me the creeps. I can't eat it. Besides, the fish is fighting to stay alive. Fish feel pain. Have you ever thought about how the fish feels? If you want to eat it, go ahead. I'm not going to eat it. And then she just... Kara doesn't say anything.
Oh my god.
Day 7.
So much narrative dissonance going on. Oh my gosh.
If he didn't eat more, he thought he would starve. And in fact, that's true. Our health is now down to half a pip. Each fish gives us half a pip. I do truly like that our health is going down as we in story starve.
Yeah, that is pretty like forward thinking as far as like immersion in games.
I don't know that you need to kill all of these fish to get yourself back to like literal maximum will. I think that's probably excessive. Sorry I talked that way to you yesterday. I'll try to eat the fish. I can't do anything if I starve. Only in peacetime can you refuse food you don't like. Let's catch a fish. A good one. Oh, nope. Still the same conversation. Oh no. I thought it would be different because she's in a different position. Happily, Kara ate some fish, Will said out loud. Like... Drifting, day 12. Surely Lily and Lance are looking at the same star-studded sky and didn't die in the boat crash. Or no, wait, Lily and Lance are back on land. Never mind.
Right.
If I could talk to the stars, I could find out where everyone is. There seems to be one extra star near the constellation of Cygnus. Yes, that red star. Lavos, we called it. Wait, wrong game again. Shall we make a wish upon that star? I have a feeling it'll come true. Will, you close your eyes too.
She's like written really weird because at first she's like spoiled brat, and then she's like save the fish, and now she's like an astronomer, and it's like none of these people sound like the same person.
No. I hope for everyone's safety and for my father. Drifting, day 18. Sure is a sequence. We've been adrift for almost 3 years now, or three weeks now. Hasn't your hair gotten a little long?
3 weeks later.
Kara doesn't act like a spoiled princess now, he said out loud to her. It's terrible. What is that? They're in the water. Sharks! This is a combat thing.
You can hit those with your flute.
Nope. They're circling the raft, but they're not attacking. Let's think about this. I don't genuinely remember what to do about this.
It's funny that you didn't collect any of the fish, you just ate them whole.
Okay, well, I figured I'd check and see if the wind melody did, you know, wind things. I guess as long as I'm out here, I can transfer the gems to the jeweler. I've got it. They're not hungry. My grandpa told me only humans attack living things when they're not hungry.
You've never seen a tiger shark.
Then what we're doing is not usual human behavior. We didn't eat fish before we were starving. That's right. They're going. Goodbye, sharks. Sure. Cool. Now you know about fish. Like, are you a world-educated princess or not? Like, I thought the whole thing of your characterization is, you know, you don't actually know. When I was in the castle, I loved watching the sunset. The sunset was so beautiful from the corridor of the castle, but now I've come to hate it. After the sun has set, the darkness comes. I thought I'd never see the sunrise again. But since you're with me, I see a beautiful sunrise every morning. Your children, you've known each other like 4 days tops, and then you were stranded at sea for 3 weeks.
She gets fast feels.
I guess. Also, yeah, Danny off screen is very correct. This is very much a story of like straight people. It's like, yeah,
Oh God,
cool,
yes.
thanks. I wanted to say the
Painfully
same.
straight.
And then I fell over. Suddenly, Will fell over unconscious, said Will, conscious.
Will he or won't he?
This is probably the greatest distillation of the bad translation in this game. Will saying Will suddenly fell over unconscious.
Oh, I'm taking a screenshot of that.
Will, what's wrong? Wake up, don't leave me here alone.
Oh no, he's dead.
Nope, now we're gonna have a weird dream. You can wake him up now. He'll be fine if he takes vitamin C, which we know of in this, like, this weird time period this game is in. It's scurvy, a disease caused by long-term lack of vitamin C, which we know about in this time period. Columbus's crew had contracted it once. Nothing to worry about. Yeah, okay, so now we get to know that Columbus exists in this game.
Oh, good.
Which further contextualizes that note in the pot from someone like, oh, please help save us, we're on our way to be sold into labor. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, that's what's happening around us. Great.
Oh, that's worse.
Yeah, you should have killed the king when you had the chance.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I don't want to read it either. You should thank the dog outside. He found your raft and came to get me. Stands up on bed. Like, I know that's a limitation of, you know, sprites and such, but like, come on. We're at the home of the kind man who saved us. You've been tossing in your sleep. I kept putting blankets on you, but you threw them off. This is the south outskirts of Oakton, the city of Frisia. Frisia? Frieza!
I was gonna say, does Trunks come and split that country in half?
Yeah, where's the Ginyu Force? It's half a day to the north. If you're looking for your friend, you should look in a big town. What friend? Kara leaves the room for no reason. I mean, to go thank the dog, right? But like... There's a red jewel in this pot.
Hidden red jewels.
Alright. That dog uses the same sprite as Turbo from the previous game.
Woof woof.
I think it might be Turbo. Yeah, this dog's name is Turbo. Isn't he cute?
Oh.
So then they went to Frisia, and it's like, no, I wanted to take the stairs. Fuck.
Wow, so we potentially could have missed something there.
Yeah. We'll find out if Frisia lets me leave. No, please, let me leave the city of Frasier. People who live in such a pretty place must have beautiful hearts. Kara, you've never met rich people.
I was gonna say historically inaccurate on every level.
Yeah. What a cute couple. These are children. Have you decided where you're staying tonight? Not yet. We're looking for someone. Well, why not base your search here? It's settled. I'm exhausted. Okay, I wish to go back to the world map. I can't go back to the Diamond Coast.
Oh.
Fuck. Well, whoops. Thank you.
Sorry if that was too loud.
That's quite all right. It seemed fine to me. Wait, what? No, give me the one I bookmarked. God damn it! I just want to find out if. Oh my god. Gotta say, Google's newest update sucks.
Yeah, Discord and Google and several other apps. It's like, stop fixing it. It's not broken. Stop it. I'm convinced that so much of like the tech world constantly updating things that don't need to be updated is literally just the equivalent of like busy work that jobs will have you do. It's just like they're like, just busy yourselves or else you'll get fired, and the people are like, okay, here's an update.
Okay, no, there was nothing down that way. All right, I just had to check.
Oh, sweet. Okay, cool.
Phrygia is the city of the Phrygia is the city flower. I thought Phrygia was the city's name. It could be both, I suppose.
Yeah, the flower and the city, I guess. You're not equipped.
Time to start fucking around in houses. Listen to me carefully. You'd better not go back on the streets. Just as a
You
rose.
better not go on the back streets.
Right.
There's boys back there. Haven't you heard?
Oh, on the back streets. You're right. Yeah. Just as a rose has thorns, a pretty town has another side. Ominous.
You better not go outside. It's 98 degrees.
Pardon me while I rub my face on every object in case there's a missable gem in it.
That's how we do it.
Ah, here's the gem. Who again looks completely different. I'm holding 10 jewels. You've collected over 8 jewels. It's like, yes. Yeah, just raises my strength by 1 somehow. This man has that power. Except, also, he says raises your strength by 1, but the menu says life force. My health has gone up by like half a pip.
Right.
Strength is the next one.
So do you think stuff like this is just like people weren't getting paid enough, or the quality control just wasn't good, or somebody who translated it actually like English wasn't their first language? Like how do things like this happen in games? Like obviously this game is competent and you know it works and it runs really well, but like how there's so many menu and dialogue issues that it's kind of like, how did this happen? Like how did someone not say, hey, that's not right, we should probably go over that again?
Yeah. So this is one of my favorite little bits of this game, actually. See those two very close together in the top window there?
Oh, yeah. Nice. Oh, we weren't touching.
Yep.
We're not into each other.
She was just helping me. He had something in his eye. But,
Wow.
like, they didn't need to animate them hiding that.
Yeah, that's super cute, actually.
Like, the level of details that are included really, like, really call attention to the fuckery that is wrong with the translation.
Right,
in my
right.
opinion.
It's like there's so many
It's
things
like-
they got right.
like
It's
they-
like, how did they get these things wrong?
Yeah. Oh, this place is kind of messy in here.
But I think really that must have been just like all that stuff was like already programmed in Japan, and so the English team just like really fucked it up.
Yeah, localization is a tough thing, especially back in these days.
That's what I heard.
Okay, so talk with Kara to move things along, which of course means I'm gonna go fuck with everywhere else in town.
Yeah, before you have to leave.
Mothers are always worrying about things. I was afraid you'd been kidnapped by someone or had been wounded. My mother suffered like that. I was like, oh, this is my mom? Hold on, what? Or my grandma? What? How did you get here? Alright, right, so, okay, we're on the back streets now. Prepare yourself for uncomfortable. I'm sorry, the HP jewel?
I like the sound effects.
Oh, no, it just gave me another half pip.
Oh, cool.
There's herbs in the trash. I'm sure that's fine. Huh?
I was found in the trash.
Children don't come here, go home. Okay, that's weird. I love that too. You can't. If you don't want to lose your lives, go home.
Wow.
A life lived honestly. A life of fun and laughter. Okay. You're creepy as well. So these are the bad guys of the town.
They're like cult leaders or something?
Let's just say it's better that they're purple, but I don't think they were supposed to be purple.
Right, it's like the Happy Village in Earthbound.
A laborer escaped, and this is what I look like from the front. Have you seen him? Tell me if you see him. This house has a portal to here. Jewels. No, no jewels. Okay. No one can put on a show like I can. Have a look. Don't think that quite worked correctly, my dude. He set himself on fire and ran away.
I like how they animate the door slamming shut when you go near it.
Yeah, the lookout walking to the side to close that on you. This is the hotel. Hey, Lily. It's been almost a month since we separated. Been working and living in this hotel. Lance is in the room on the right. Rub my nose on every object.
You'd think this town would have a different song too, but it's just the same.
Yeah. Ah, there it is.
There you go.
Found
nice.
it. So is that... Hold on. Is that my second in this town? That must be my second in this town. They say I don't know who I am. Kind of strange. Whoops. And if I don't know who I am, how did I get here?
And who is my beautiful wife?
He's got
Where's my
video
beautiful
game
wife?
amnesia.
Same as it ever was.
I was thinking about that song yesterday, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, it came on in the car, I think, like, earlier this week. His, like, whatever it is, American Utopia or whatever, the like, stage show is really awesome.
So yeah, they've lost their memory. Something screwy around here. You're the person that warns me about the alley.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Hello, heathen.
Hey, Miss Heathen.
Okay, so we're at 12 now.
It is Herb. Yeah, I'm just chilling, like, on voice chat.
Yeah. Not doing the whole camera thing this time. That's fine.
Thank you. Yeah, well, and I figured, like, you know, like, since you already started, it's like, we don't have to do all that, like, right now.
I mean, I have it all set up, ready to go in like, layers and layers, because OBS shenanigans.
OBS is shenanigans.
No,
Yeah,
there's-
so we're not, like, super in the holidays, but we literally just, like, put a tree up today. So yeah, I was like in the middle of all that. Sorry.
It's all right.
We have the gayest tree possibly ever. It's like a rainbow tree. Like, not just the lights, but like the actual, like, the leaves of it are all different colors.
Awesome.
Yeah. I was like, when I saw it, I was like, okay, if we're gonna participate in this, that's the one I want. You made a whole bunch of hand-painted ornaments for yours? That's wonderful. We have kind of like a mishmash of ornaments.
Oh,
like,
right. I didn't go in this terrible building yet.
Oh, the
Sorry, go
labor
on.
camp? Oh, no. Yeah, no, we have like old ornaments from whatever, years ago, and then some like newer ones, and then ones people have given us, and then both my bears know how much I love Dreamcast, so they got for whatever reason this year Hallmark has some partnership with Sega, and so they made a Dreamcast ornament that like you can turn on and it plays music.
Well, that's so... What a weird partnership.
It's so random. Yeah, it's like it's literally a Dreamcast, and then it has the controller with the VMU, and when you turn it on, it plays the first level in Sonic Adventure. It plays that song, and then the VMU lights up and has like Sonic in it. It's super cute, but it's also like, why 23 years later is this a thing? Like,
Yeah, that's
like, what does this
absolutely
have to do with anything?
bizarre.
Yeah. I think Sega's really trying to push hard again. Like, I think they're getting ready to kind of like, not like make another console, but to really push their old franchises again. Like, I don't know if you saw the whole announcement. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Okay, so I didn't watch the Game Awards, but I saw the trailer that they played there. So Sega is reviving multiple franchises.
Oh, right. Yes, I did hear about that. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's Streets of Rage, Golden Axe, Jet Set Radio, Crazy Taxi, Shinobi, and apparently more. So
Yeah.
I think they're just trying to kind of do whatever they can and partner with whatever companies to get like their name out there more again.
I'm
as if people don't really
extremely
know.
excited about Jet Set Radio and Crazy Taxi.
Yeah.
The only thing I can say about Golden Axe being revived is
It better be good. It better be good, because the one on PS3 was not. Beast Rider. Ugh, it
Oh,
was
yeah.
so bad. Yeah, I'm excited too. Bomb Rush Cyberpunk that came out in August is kind of like a perfect spiritual successor to Jet Set Radio, but I am really excited to see like official Jet Set Radio make a comeback. Like that's definitely very interesting to me.
I haven't, Heathen. Sorry, briefly back to the plot of this upsetting town.
No, please.
A man working at the hotel was caught by a labor trader. And our friends at the hotel say that they haven't seen our last party member in a while.
That's not good. Miss Heathen said Hallmark's demographic is my age group. Herb, no, don't say that.
So, here's that escaped laborer. And now we have an extremely awkward choice to tell the slave drivers that he's there.
Well, is it part of, like, aren't they going to make you? Or is it, like, can you actually choose not to?
I don't remember.
Is that what Hallmark is doing now these days? Like, are they just going after millennials? Is that what's happening? I'm, like, not even 40 yet. What the hell? I'm not old enough for Hallmark.
I hate this place. I hate these people. Yeah, so if we tell him that we're here to buy a laborer, we can talk to these three.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's what it is, Miss Heathen. Like, basically, they're like, "Hey, we got to get people into buying plastic shit, so we better start using Sega and Nintendo and stuff like that." It's just so random because, I mean, yes, anyone who ever liked Sega is fond of the Dreamcast, but like, it's just like. That was in 1998 in Japan when it came out, and even though it's my favorite system, it is very bizarre that their premier flagship ornament this year is a Dreamcast. Like, what? Like, it doesn't make any sense. But regardless, it was cool that Lucas got it for me. I was like, oh, this is neat.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. I already heard I heard Pearl Jam on a quote unquote classic rock station, which made me want to die. And I also heard somebody saying something to the effect of Blink-182 being old school. And I was like, I mean, they are pretty old. They did start in 92, but they're not old school. Like that, I wouldn't use that term specifically. Old school is like, you know, Grandmaster Flash, or like, you know, old school is not as old as oldies, but it's definitely like, you know, older than the year 2000. I would say you could possibly say old school, maybe older than 1990, maybe. I don't know. It depends on the person, I guess, and the perspective.
So,
Right, somebody called Nirvana Dad Rock. Oh no.
so some developments have occurred.
Okay, sorry.
We know that our party member, our friend Eric, broke into the labor camp and saved a number of laborers from their possession.
Like a true comrade.
And then they searched the town and took back the laborers and Eric, who is being held captive in this house. So we can now bust down the fucking door.
I love that you can actually break the door. Impossible! You come to rescue me. I didn't think you could break down the door. The man ran away scared. I tried to sneak into the camp to rescue 3 laborer brothers. I was discovered, and now I'm like this. The laborers were forced to work in the diamond mine.
Yeah.
I'll tell you where, please save them. Will learns, in the same text color, Will learns the location of the mine.
And now he walks out of the house again, which presumably will just get him captured again. But whatever.
Weird.
So we can tell them if in fact, hold on. Do I have to tell them? Yes. Okay. You have to tell them where the laborer is in order to get a red jewel.
Yeah. Yeah, there's several Japanese games that have a thing for pointing out exactly what's wrong with America, among other things, the Ku Klux Klan, and many of those depictions of them definitely got translated and like censored for American audiences for sure.
Oh yeah, which is now which is why we have the like weird purple cultists here doing the slave trading, because you know. It's definitely like, it's definitely not the Klan. We're just wearing Snuggies.
Right. It's like literally the entire second chapter of Earthbound when you go to Happy Happy Village. It's like that entire thing was all KKK, and they just changed it to blue and called it the Happy Happy Cultists or whatever.
Yeah. So yeah, we've got Eric back. If only it wasn't so sad. My tears have all been cried.
That's an interesting way to say that. That's actually really funny, a funny way to say, like, I'm all out of tears by saying my tears have all been cried. Like, so I've been playing this game, Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising. It's like a mobile game, but they turned it into a fighting game. Long story short, one of the characters will say things like, "My flabbers have been gasted," like that same kind of thing.
I love that.
Yeah, I think it's just like a weird sort of translation quirk of like, if I split this word up and put one before the other and make a joke, it'll be funny in a different language, right? And it's like, well, it'll be interesting, at least.
So we've arrived at the diamond mine and we're here to fuck shit up.
Do it.
The diamond mine was as quiet as a tomb, Will said. A chill ran down Will's spine when he heard the screams from the back of the cave.
Will also said.
Also, we've got muscular lizard men for no good reason. Not that we need a reason, but like, why are they here?
Yeah.
But yeah, this is the next dungeon, is kicking the absolute shit out of the slave trade. Which is pretty sick.
Maybe those were like police officers or politicians, and they just like censored it into lizard people.
I mean, this is a diamond mine. Perhaps the lizard people are like related to Musk.
I was just gonna say part of the Musk family, yeah.
But then no, the lizard people were Smuckerberg or whatever. That's right.
I gotta hand it to Quintet, at least somewhat, for like attempting to sort of navigate these complicated topics, or I guess, you know, more mature topics in the way that they could. Like even though the translation really is kind of off and not always great, it's like I applaud them for just like, you know what, we're just gonna push this out how we can, and if it ends up fucked up in the West, whatever, it's still our game and we love it and it has something important to say, and so we're gonna keep doing this. You know, like that's cool.
There are 8 laborers here. We've just saved one of them.
Got you.
Ostensibly, the mission here is to save the laborers, but also I want to kick the absolute shit out of anybody in control of them.
Yep.
Also,
this is funny.
There's also beholders. Don't worry about it.
Because this part of the game kind of like now suddenly you're rescuing people and it's keeping track of them as if it switched game genres.
Yeah, a little bit.
You know what I mean? Like it went from essentially Zelda to now. I just played it this year. There's a great TurboGrafx game called Bloody Wolf, and it's kind of like Contra, but the thing is you go around and you rescue people and you can't exit the level until they're all saved. It's just like this.
Oh,
and
weird.
Like, yeah, and it's just weird that like suddenly this game was like, oh, we're gonna do this other thing now, which is fine. I mean, variety is great, but that is uncommon, I would say, of games of this time. Most games of this time, it's stuck to the genre from beginning to finish, or stuck to the like exact same sort of like structure. I don't know, maybe not every game, but lots of games.
This mine is a secret room. Its entrance blends into the wall. But you can find it by watching for wind blowing through cracks.
Oh gosh, that's going to be great in 16-bit.
So it's actually extremely interesting. In rooms where that's relevant, Will's hair doesn't blow.
Huh. And only blows when you get near it?
Correct.
That is genius. That's a great way to do secrets.
Yeah, Will's hair doesn't blow indoors, I think. Unless there's, you know, secret wall shenanigans going on.
Yeah, no biggie. It's just Shumagorath's children. And also the Shai Halud.
Another herb.
Yay!
Medical herb.
Excuse me.
This place has a lot of shit going on.
Did you ever used to watch Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Oh, yeah.
Right, so there's this one episode where they're in an elementary school and all the teachers and the staff are secretly like lizard people. And these kids have to like figure out why it's so fucking weird there and why the school bell sounds like some kind of like alien signal or something. And it's really creepy and it totally scared the hell out of me when I was young enough to appreciate it.
My strength has increased.
Cool.
Also, we pushed these 4 buttons and something happened. Yeah.
Wow, I love that the sentient fireball came after you after the creature died.
Yeah.
Damn.
You can really tell our strength's gone up. We killed that real easily. I think we're dealing 4 now, every hit. Instead of 3. Oh yeah, the beholders no stone skin somehow. They just like turn themselves into rock to avoid attacks.
Right, like Tanuki style.
A little bit. Oh shit. Apparently those like 5 health restore things are like some of the rarest drops in the entire game. But we've seen like 7 of them by now. Also, an ad's gonna happen, and I totally didn't notice that counting down on me. So, now that we've reached the dark space, see you in a bit.
Merengue's dark space.
Yeah, the dark space of capitalism. The dark space of capitalism. We have to do ads. Okay. Welcome back from the ads. The hell was that?
That was really loud.
Are you okay? Danny! Are you okay?
Go check on him.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
What was that shrieking?
I don't know.
Huh.
Might have been the rubbery feet on the scale.
Oh. Okay. Apparently that was rubber feet on a scale, and he didn't hear it, and he's fine.
That was weird.
Anyway, in this dark space... It did sound like dogs screaming, but like, he's just kind of moving around the kitchen perfectly fine.
Huh.
So...
I mean, sometimes I do
Clancy's right
kind of
over
do
there.
like real fast movement, like in an effort to be efficient, and it'll make like my shoes will squeak all over the place.
Yeah, it certainly could be that. Alright, well now we're free, Dan. There's some parallax bullshit going on. A reminder, our child self is still hitting things with a flute. Only
So,
Friedan
okay, so-
has a sword.
So how do you see the transformation? Do you see it as the kid is like, I'm now in this body of an older, more powerful person, or do you see it as like they like literally replace like he morphs into this person? You know what I mean? Like, is it like a suit he's wearing, or is it like he's in his consciousness, or is it just a different character altogether?
I think the idea and the way that I choose to interpret it is that like they are all expressions of the same like legendary hero over time.
Right. Okay.
Like how all the Legend of Zeldas, like they are all the same hero of legend. There is no true form of the story.
Right.
But in this case, Will is like, oh, young chosen one, but we don't have time for you to go fucking grow up, and there's no time magic in this game. So it's
Right.
just we will simply shift in the story from a different book. Like, this is the legendary hero for the moment.
It is kind of cool that it's like, yeah, we don't have time, so we're going to like get future you.
Or like parallel universe you.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. Yeah, right, exactly. It's not like necessarily future. Cool idea.
Same thing's true for Friedan's hair, by the way. It'll blow when we're near the secret room. Ah, see it?
Nice. That's so cool. I'm starting to remember now. Yeah, there's like all these little things that this game does that are like just unique and interesting enough to set it apart from similar games. is that I don't know about Eternal Champion at all, other than like the Sega game.
And in the secret room, we have a different dark space with
Cool.
a power enhancement for Freedom. Dark Friar.
Oh. The Dark Fire is a dark power that only the Dark Knight Freedom can use.
Dark, 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 dark.
Use the aura power to scorch a distant enemy. Use the attack buttons to save energy.
Yeah, so Freedom has a charge attack now.
Hell yeah, projectiles.
Yeah, a charge attack and it's a projectile thing. And like, look at this.
If this was a game nowadays, it would be like, oh, guess what? You can be Donnie Darko for DLC. Yeah, that was bad. The movie was just on recently, and
Why are you wearing
haven't
that
seen it.
stupid human suit?
I hadn't seen it in forever. Very bizarre film.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
More bizarre now. Like when I watched it before, I don't know. Somehow I had forgotten just how weird it is.
And we did that so that we can now run through here. Except we can't.
It's funny that they put a little bit of like Sonic in here.
There we go. Sorry, I had to have a
Like-
running start.
Yeah. They're like, you know what? Let's do a little bit of physics platforming. Sure.
There are people who are forced to work deep in the diamond mine. Use this key to save them. Why do you have the key?
You got the elevator key.
Slowly.
Moorcock was a fantasy author big in the 70s and 80s. He created Elric of Melnibone. I don't know that either. Wow, okay. Interesting.
The only thing I have to add here is that I'm a big fan of Moorcock.
I was waiting. I was like,
There wasn't a way for me to make that good, so I just had to go for it.
in the past few years, I became aware of, well, before I have to look up his name again because I forgot. There's like a British series of sort of choose your own adventure D&D books called Fighting Fantasy.
Oh, Christ. I'm aware of Fighting Fantasy.
Yeah, Steve Jackson. And it came, recently it came to my knowledge that there's this actually really great game on Switch that was also on DS somehow years ago called The Warlock of Firetop Mountain, which is based off the first book.
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't realize that was like such a thing. And the only people I ever seem to, meet who are like crazy into it are, of course, folks from Britain. And like, it's just that there's so many like concurrent fantasy things going on at the same time. Like, I feel like every time I turn around, I'm finding another one I don't know. So that's interesting. I will look that up actually. Yeah, and then there's like a PS1 game too. Not for that game, and not for The Warlock of Firetop Mountain though. It's like another one. It's like a different one, but it's in the same universe.
The key turns, making a strange sound. That is a strange sound, you're right. I feel like these tiny platforms were intended for Will, but sure.
Pretty cool though. Like
Yeah.
switching from a top-down view to a sort of side-scrolling view. Or like having layers of them in the same plane.
Yeah, that's what the parallax was about earlier. What, did I unequip the key? Oh, I used the key. That key got to disappear.
Right.
But not
Finite
that
keys.
one from the castle ages ago. Alright, behold my
wish
power.
They would like. I wish games would explain stuff like that. Like, be like, you know, the key magically disappeared after one use. Like, at least put something in there that, you know, so it doesn't just happen.
It takes a bit to charge, but it's absolutely powerful.
Cool. And goes through stuff, which is a nice touch.
Oh yeah. I freed this slave through the wall, but I have to go talk to them. And we get a different key. You have the key to the mine. We're in the mine. Oh, translations.
It's not too uncommon that the second game in a series, or especially a trilogy, is the best one. I feel like that's kind of when they understand what was good and improve on that without jumping the shark yet. I always think of like Sly Cooper, because 1 is fine, and 2 is a masterpiece, and 3 and 4 are both all right. It's like the same kind of thing. But I haven't played Terra Enigma, so I can't really speak on it, but I feel like, I don't know, this game's pretty damn good, despite translation. Have you, like, enjoyed this more than Soul Blazer?
Please note, you found the mine key is different to the key to the mine. Also, we found both of those in the mine. I'm definitely enjoying this more than Soul Blazer, yes.
Oh.
Soul Blazer was very rough.
Yeah, even just what I saw of your playthrough, it was like, wow, this is like early Super Nintendo. This is like, this is like, you know, I don't know. There were lots of games that when you go back now, it's like, at the time this felt so luxury, but that first 1 or 2 years of Super Nintendo was actually pretty damn rough.
I heard from Eric your friend has lost his memory. Legend says there's a song that brings back the past. Please let him hear it. Also, not just legend says, but I know the song. The memory melody. I need a favor. May I have the prison key and the melody of the wind as a souvenir of our meeting? How do you give someone the melody of the wind? I'm sure I'll never use it again. I think that's supposed to be Will's text. But yeah, he took a song and the prison key that I was just complaining about still having from the castle. How did he do that? No idea.
No idea.
All living things in our home country have grown strange. People have turned to stone. Some are sick with unknown diseases. That sounds weird. Our home village is far across the ocean. If you go there, if you could go there, help the villagers to regain their strength.
Relatable.
Anyway, that was the end of that.
Mm.
The deepest part of the mine was just those 3 people, and it was real strange. No, Terra Enigma is... Because they're not actually a series.
Right. They're
Right.
just like in the same universe.
I don't even know how to break it down exactly. Like, they are implied sequels.
Okay. Like, in other words, like, you know, this is the next game by this same team.
Yeah, and, you know, like I was pointing out before, Turbo the dog shows up, and, like, the way the souls look implies that
Right.
they're the same universe, but also it's, like, the practical explanation is they just reused the sprite that they had for the spirit, but, like, there's more to it than that, because of stuff like Turbo. So Terra Enigma is... Oh, boy. Terra Enigma is ambitious. It is an absolutely huge game.
But, like, this same kind of playstyle?
Much more
Like
fluid.
Okay. But, like, you know, it's an action RPG, like, top-down kind of thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Because I haven't really seen it at all yet.
I guess I'm not going to get into spoilers exactly. Maybe a couple early spoilers, but like we're restoring Lance's bed right now. Let's restore his memory, and then we'll move on to the Terra Enigma thing.
Fine.
I feel like I'm back in the womb. You what?
TMI.
You
What?
Everything that's happened and the people I've met here are pouring into my head.
I was raised in the town of South Cape. When my father didn't come back from an expedition, the most important thing in my life was gone. I didn't know what to do.
I couldn't stand my father using soldiers to invade other countries. It's awful when someone loses their life. What had taken years to put together was destroyed in one moment.
I wonder if Seth is alright.
People live on because they forget about unpleasant things.
And now he remembers. What? What have I been doing? What's happened to everyone?
Lance, your memory's back. I was worried.
I wondered what would happen. I guess everyone was worried I'd take care of someone in the same situation. Well, there's an eccentric inventor in the woods nearby. Shall we go? I think his name is Neil. Did you say Neil? That's the same name as my lost cousin. You know, only one person in the world can possibly be named Neil at a time. My cousin Neil, the inventor, flew in the sky in a thing called an airplane.
So Will and his group went to the inventor's house.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with young Neil from Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah, so, Neil, the inventor, created the airplane and is standing in for, you know, the genius inventor of this game. But also, like, we're completely fucking around with earthly timescales, yeah, because... Columbus's ships and the slave trade, and also we know what vitamin C is and how to fend off scurvy in scientific terms, and also, like, the same week someone has created the airplane, and also, like, what is happening?
Illusion of time, literally.
Oh, Will, you've gotten strong. All of these people, your friends.
This person stinks. What are you saying? You shouldn't talk like that. There's a wonderful smell in this room, isn't there?
Hey, both of you talk pretty harshly. Why is there an extra space there? What did this say? When you're wrapped up in inventing something, you don't care about your appearance. I don't think the smell is that bad. Not enough to hate me for it. I've only been wearing these socks for a month. Ha ha! I've only had mine on for 3 weeks. Guess I lose.
I can't believe it. I don't want to breathe the same air as him.
I've heard enough about my socks. Make yourself at home. You're Will's friends. Welcome. Now, mind you, Will reacted to the name drop of Neil as his, like, lost cousin. So Neil just like, oh, you're Will's friends. Will, you've grown up. He's like, where's the... where the fuck have you been, Neil? Where's that?
Right.
It's part of a machine that will fulfill man's dream of flying in the air like a bird. The body's too big and needed a runway to take off, so it's hidden in the desert. Ah, of course. That's an oxygen tank. With this you can breathe underwater, but there's only 1 minute's worth of air inside. Compressing the air would let you stay underwater longer, but I don't know how to do that. You mean to tell me you've created the fucking airplane and you can't figure out compressing air? What? This is a camera. He also invented that now. It's fine.
Right.
It'll burn a copy of a scene onto printing paper. The problem is that it takes almost 30 minutes. Scenery doesn't move, but to photograph a person means they can't move for 30 minutes. When I used it, the eyes turned bright red like a rabbit's. That didn't happen until color, which is the different invention. This game. That's a telescope. You can see the stars as if they were in your hand.
Yeah, there should be a big giant asterisk on the side of the Super Nintendo box that says, not for historical purposes.
Timelines not rendered to scale.
Yeah. 16 bits of fiction.
Will tells Neil about hearing his father's voice and visiting the world's ruins to search for the mystic statues. You remember that quest? That is our quest still.
Yeah, that thing we were doing.
I too have some interest in ruins. The ruins Will talked about are scattered over the world, but they have something in common, he said to Will. Drawing a line among the ruins makes a shape that looks like the constellation of Cygnus.
Cygnus?
That's where the Tower of Babel, that's the Tower of Babel where Will's father got lost. It's in the middle of the ground painting of the big bird. So we're talking about the various ruins of past civilizations and things.
Yeah.
This is getting into like ley line theory where, you trace lines through them and they make meaningful shapes. But also the Tower of Babel is apparently in the Nazca lines, says the inventor of all of these things.
There's a new red star below the constellation of Cygnus.
That's right, you know a lot. The red star in Cygnus, Will's interest in ruins, different elements bound together organically. I don't know if it's by coincidence or design, but something is going to happen. Fortunately, the Nazca ground paintings, they're not paintings, are a week's walk east of here. Go!
I mean, do you think there's any more red jewels in this area?
Nope.
Cool.
We don't want Will to be the only one having a good time. I don't think this is a good time. This is probably the largest I've seen a party in a video game of this era.
Yeah.
Also the most diversely colorful. Like, the palette management on this is very good.
Yeah, it's a really beautiful game, and the music is really good. And, like, it's charming, and the gameplay itself is really great, but, like, yeah, it's funny to go back and see just how disjointed this is.
No one knows why ancient people drew pictures like this. Whenever I come here, I'm overwhelmed by the grand scale. You should go see it for yourself. No, don't just walk on the... Congratulations, you've defaced a UNESCO site. Like that fuckstick with the pickup truck 4 years ago. Did you hear about that?
Oh boy, are we defacing government property?
No.
Where was
Native land.
Oh.
Talking again about the person, like... The person that drove through the Nazca lines because he wanted a shortcut.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. He was in a hurry, so he drove through an ancient protected place. Isn't that fun? Anyway, despite Neil calling them paintings a moment ago, this is very clearly lines in the sand, so you shouldn't be able to walk on.
You're just repeatedly crossing a line.
Yeah.
All of them, in
I
fact.
forgot to ask if you are okay with me running the stand mixer before I started putting ingredients together for bread.
Excellent fucking timing, Foxbot. Are you okay with me running the stand mixer? Try interrupt index Jojo. This must be the work of an enemy stand mixer. No, go ahead.
When you look at it this way, it's like the white lines at an athletic event. Maybe the ancient Nazca people ran the 100-yard dash here.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I doubt it.
Up until now, all I've done is go to school, study, and play. Sometimes I wonder if my being here isn't all a dream.
Doesn't there seem to be a pattern? Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Doesn't there seem to be a pattern in the way the rocks are scattered around?
Yeah, the rocks are tracing out the constellation of Cygnus or something like that, I think. But also just, like, what a weird place to commit to a video game.
Yeah. Especially since you can't see it all at once. This is the condor's stomach. If you dig here, you might find eggs.
That's not... Kara. Okay.
It's a joke.
fine.
Come on. Don't be so nervous. I like how there is perpetually the letters DP on the screen at all times.
What's this? One of the moon spirits. Or the moon tribe, like, people.
Hmm. The ancients were amazing. I wonder why they made this.
There's that same thing.
It must be great to paint such a huge painting on a natural canvas.
It's not paint. What's gonna happen? It's exciting. Talk about it when everyone comes back. The mystic statue that Will spoke of, he said to Will, is somewhere on this plane. I thought I'd seen the paintings before, but doesn't this condor look like Cygnus? We already talked about this. Of course, I hadn't noticed. Like, we literally already talked about that. Oh, accidentally skipped some dialogue.
Look, where there's rocks on the ground.
We already talked about this.
Constellation of Cygnus.
Do you remember that brief look we got at the stars when we were on the raft?
Yeah.
Apparently, I'm wrong?
All bottoms. Of course, at the joint of its left foot.
Yeah, there's just no handling you for you being wrong, so you just kind of talk to yourself briefly until you are not wrong. Don't look yet. I have to wait for them.
You know, it might help to plug this in.
Oh god. A riddle and a
constellation. Kind of romantic.
How is this romantic, Lily? You're using the phrase romantic in the same, like, incorrect way as Spooky's House of Jump Scares. We're working on a puzzle that explorers and archaeologists have never solved. It's exciting.
What an exciting experience.
There's a tile buried in the sand. When Will's flute touched it, there was a rumbling sound. Why were you touching it with your flute?
Giggity.
Something huge is coming down.
Will.
So yeah, there's now like a sky fortress over the Nazca plains that emerged out of nowhere, and we've been teleported aboard it.
Got you.
Could the paintings be an airport for the Sky Garden? What?
Basically.
We meet again.
Coo. You're a strong boy to have come this far.
This Sky Garden is our mode of transportation. There are 4 crystal balls in 4 locations. Find each one in clockwise order. Okay. Drop off the cliff at the front and find the way to the upside down world. Yeah, that's a weird thing that we're gonna have to do later.
Dark space.
Nothing special going on in the dark space.
I mean, I guess you can save state, yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I'm ruining the illusion somewhat, but
No, it's okay.
hey, wait a minute. These were in Elden Ring. Fucking ball snakes were part of Elden Ring.
Pete is playing through right now. He's like really far in it too. I kind of want to start it, but also I don't know. I have too many games on my list.
Well, it's extremely lucky that I lined up with that exactly right to be dodged by the fists completely.
Nice.
No such luck to the left and right, by the way, because they just kind of come at you with no gap.
Yeah. I like that noise it makes when they explode.
It's a very fun explosion. Yeah, we're decently powerful now.
Don't you have like a dash attack too? But I guess it doesn't do any more damage.
I mean, it does a little bit. Thing is, Will's dash takes like a lot of time to charge for not that much effect.
Right.
A red jewel. All right, so that thing that they said about jump off the front to go to the upside down world.
Yeah.
This is such a weird idea. Now we're under where we just were. Gravity is like drawn upward into the platform.
Yeah,
shit's
it's like
stronger down here too.
I remember this now. Yeah.
But yeah, stuff's a lot stronger down here. As evidenced by the increased health on those things.
For sure.
Oh! I got by another ball snake. Ball worm? Ball snake? Which is worse? There's also these things that you can't do jack shit about. They just suck. This just connects two areas I've been. Sure, fine. Whoop, 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 whoop. Fuck. Fuck.
Oh no.
Well, that's fine. I'm sometimes aware of having fallen in a place I know. Must have been a nightmare. So yeah, that's the extra life mechanic. It hadn't come up yet. You lose no progress, but I mean, that little extra life there under the DP.
What is it? What does that even stand for in this?
You know, I don't actually know.
Damage points? No.
Dark power?
Dark power. Yeah, there you go. There you go. It just says DP all the time. I love it.
Oh, right. Terranigma. I was going to start talking a little bit about, like, the scope of that game. The preposterous scope of that game. So, Chapter 1, you begin a journey through the underworld to 5 dungeons in order to restore the continents of the planet.
Okay.
Which...
That sounds like an entire game.
Yeah. That's what I'm getting at, Danny. It sounds like a whole game. Chapter 2, you go to the surface of Earth that you just restored, to all of the continents that you just restored. This is a big problem. And work to restore the living creatures of Earth.
Okay.
Chapter 3, you guide the development of humanity. Like, it's... It's such a preposterous scope.
Yeah, that is a lot.
You found the crystal ball.
Woo.
1 of 4. Let's see, chapter 4, if I recall correctly, you, like, further along the advancement of technology by humans. And then you save the humans from themselves in the final... in the pre-final thing. It's just, there's so much.
Yeah.
It sounds like 3 games, and it is all 1 game, and it's nuts.
Super ambition.
The combat's a lot more fluid. There's a bunch of different equipment. There's different synergies, different magics. I know. Inventory management does not matter in this game, but I will still do that. Because I am how I am. Crystal ball fits in its hole. Alright, next. Wonder why we were told to do this in order. There's a sidling animation, by the way. It doesn't come up much.
That's pretty cool for this era as well. They didn't really start doing that until like mid-2000s.
Statues are weird. You can't defeat the statues. You can only like kill their sword, and then the statues become, well, statues, and you can move them. They become movable objects is the thing. It's strange. What a weird enemy design.
It's like what do you call it? That happens in Link's Awakening too, with
Oh yeah, they are a little bit Stalfosy, aren't they? Or no, not the Stalfos. The
like the little suits of armor with like the one eye, like by the face temple or the face dungeon or whatever.
Why can't I remember what those are called? Are they Stalfos?
Stalfos is like the
skeletons. Yeah.
Yeah, that jump on you. Yeah.
Why the fuck can't I remember what those are called?
Yeah, I don't remember either.
Alright. Time once again for the Dark Knight Freedan to wield the Dark Friar of Dark Power. Dark. Kingdom Hearts all over again.
And Metroid Prime 2.
Oh. The bottom and top sides are practically mirrors of each other. Especially with regard to enemy layout.
Makes sense, I guess.
It's sort of interesting. I just think it's really interesting, the like front and back of a place.
Yeah, it's kind of like almost a way to cleverly like take care of level design.
Yeah,
without making it feel monotonous.
It feels very like Majora's Mask's Stone Tower, right? Where like it's one place, but it's different somehow.
Yeah, that was really cool. I love that game so much.
I appear to have gotten that ball stuck. Well, whatever.
You found the crystal ball.
Again. And the fact that it's happening more than once really ought to mean that it's a crystal ball, but whatever. Oh! Oh, thank God. Okay. I thought the game froze. Alright, well, that's the second of the balls. Two more and we can steal the next base. Wait. I do like this dungeon conceptually, but gosh, it takes a long time. Like, you found the thing, now backtrack through the empty corridor.
Yeah. Fronts and backs. Tops and bottoms.
Wow, every top is a bottom.
Wrong stream.
I'm just talking about, like, plastic... plastic containers, yeah. Now you see what they're doing. They're slowly assembling a bridge.
Actually, come to think of it, there was a pan that I want like that for making bread.
There was a pan, top, and bottom.
Yes.
Surprise, surprise. Resident switch here. There's balls all over the place.
Switch here.
It did kind of sound Vsaucy, didn't it?
Michael, bottom here.
Not surprised.
I don't know. I don't know the guy. Plenty. You are so precious.
Apparently that can't break those. Cool. Well, that's all notes for the future anyway.
7.
A red jewel. That's the second of the 2 red jewels that are in this dungeon. You know, I should probably head that way before I push that button and block it off, eh? Hit the goddamn... That's always something that irritates me in games. Just the, like... Why does the sword slash only have an arc on one side? It's just pesky.
Yeah.
Like, I know why. It's meant to simulate the swing, right? But, like... Come on.
Right, but in the hitbox, it should just happen on both sides, even if you can't see it.
Yes.
Right, especially if it's not used as a particular puzzle or something.
You get the feeling that progression might just be a little bit screwy here. So many upgrades. Really just trying to make sure that I am a particular level. Ah, right, of course. Hit that from outside of it.
Pretty cool. You know, it's funny, if you think about it, this is kind of like several of the ways that they use either different sides of things or having to do things with different characters is not too dissimilar from the way decades later the Messenger does it, just that one's side-scrolling instead of top-down.
Yeah? God, I love the Messenger.
Yeah, it's so good. But a lot of the little things they make you do, like, oh no, you have to hit it from the other side or from this other time space as a different person or whatever. Like, it's very on that same kind of mentality.
Oh God, wait. What do I do about those?
So you have to make that one go down on the other side once you find another ledge, yeah.
Which will end up being to the right here.
And there's probably going to be a way to do that.
That's another thing that really tripped me up when I was younger, was like the underside of this is flipped horizontally because...
Yeah.
Ah, no, I don't want to be down here with the strong stuff in my weak child's form. Ah! Ah! What? What? When you step on
yeah.
this tile, it makes a sound. Okay.
That was it.
I kept accidentally skipping it by pushing any buttons. That's one thing that I really dislike about this game. There we go.
Nice.
Now those are retracted. Haha, now where will your arms go? Alright, well now I need to get back to where I, like, flipped to this side. Which I think was over here? Yes. Break those with the Psycho Dash. And now, whee! You found the asterisk crystal ball. I want to keep kicking ass as Frieden. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, can I get back? I must be able to get back. Yeah. No, this is fine. Alright, we have once again run ourselves up to the ad break. So, we shall return soon.
Time.
Welcome back. Alright. We're aboard the Sky Garden over Nazca, and we have one more ball to retrieve. It truly does always come back to ball stream.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Oh, what? That's rude. Make me pilot myself up. Oh, I think I was supposed to stop in the middle there. But also there's a backside that I can look at. And just look at. No! Oh dear. This is maybe going to be a bit rough.
It always does like a little frame drop, kind of.
Sorry, what?
Like when you jump, when you go really fast and run down those hills and go like across stuff. I don't know. Sometimes maybe that was just the stream.
There we go.
Cool.
Now I successfully landed.
There's a bunch.
By the way, this is the enemy radar. I don't know if I specifically showed it off before. It's not a bad idea.
Yeah, especially if you're, just to save time when you're running around trying to find things.
Really? Okay. It's your friendly reminder that you can do this through walls. Unfriendly reminder I fucked it up.
I was just gonna say, I think it was too high. Maybe it'll reset?
There's a slight possibility.
Or you just have to go back underneath. Yeah.
Aha! New power? No. Will.
Dog space.
Do I want to be Will?
What was that quote from?
Oh, never drink the piss?
Yeah.
The majority of quotes, I think are actually from Noita.
Cool. I have yet to play that. I keep hearing it's amazing.
Oh, I love it so much. It was my thing that I played on Fridays for a very long while.
On PC, right?
Yeah, like 72 sessions of it, and I realized it was becoming one of those like too much of a good thing kind of moments.
Right. Sometimes I get that way with fighting games, but I don't know. It's like I'll have to take breaks every now and then, but I always come back to them. It's like comfort food.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll put that on the wish list. You know what that looks like? Just looking at the little trailer, it looks like Cave Blazers.
I'm not familiar.
Similar game that is kind of like, you know, a more involved kind of Spelunky sort of situation.
I gotcha.
It's very similar to Spelunky, but like with the sort of thing that Noita like includes when it comes to like fucking with the environment and like breaking, you know, making holes and stuff, and like, you know, like deeper mechanics. Like it's like that. That looks
Hey,
really
we
cool.
finally got to see the skull because the game paused itself.
Whoa, that's an amazing occurrence. That's probably only going to happen like that time in your whole playthrough.
Probably. Oh, getting some sprite limits. That's the problem with those ball snakes. Okay, that's one of the problems with the ball snakes. Let's be clear, there are a couple of problems with the ball snakes. But yeah, Noita's a beautiful, beautiful little game.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
Depending on what kind of goals you have when it comes to playing games, your experience might be very different. But
Yeah.
What am I even trying to think of here? You can have a several hour run of Noita, and still not go beyond what is technically the tutorial.
Right. That's what I'm understanding here. Like, I'm looking at the reviews. Wow, somebody actually got a refund on it? Get out of here. Like, it's what? $10? Like, I would just keep it, you know?
Why did they get a
There's
refund?
very few games that I would actually get a refund on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I can count on one hand how many times I've done that in my entire life, physical or digital. Like, that seems really weird to me. Anyway, that just stood out. Somebody was like, I've refunded this, but everyone else seems to love it.
What on earth did they have issue with?
They're basically
So weird.
like, this wasn't the kind of game I was expecting. It wasn't for me. This game does have a story, but you really have to go looking for it. This is the kind of game you play for the sake of playing it. It's like, oh my god, you must be great at video game parties.
This is the kind of game you play for the sake of playing it. My brother, that's just video games. You've
Yeah,
described video games.
Right, like that's the reason we play games. Yeah, that seems like intentionally trolly. Basically, they're like, I wanted to have a more involved story, and I'm like, honey, could you not tell from the trailer that this is a old school gameplay kind of game? It's not really about the story, and even if, you know, I'm sure there is a story, but like, just
All
from
right.
the trailer, you can tell it's not going to be like The Walking Dead.
Time to fight a
Telltale
weird
game.
bird.
A bird with a mask on.
A bird with a mask on that is firing projectiles you can barely see against the floor and sky.
Yeah, that's a definitely a color
Oh, I died.
issue. Ouch.
When I think about it, that place seemed familiar. Okay, you know what? Maybe it's time to equip one of our ponderous herbs. Oh, they don't heal me to full? Oh, fuck.
Nope.
Maybe it's time to equip several of my herbs.
Okay, I distinctly remember this boss seeing this again, where, yeah, I died a bunch on this. It's a tough bird.
Oof. I'm just gonna walk in here for a second.
Yeah, good plan. Especially on the last life. Like, you might as well just have one real save nearby. The save states you can fuck yourself sometimes.
I mean, I do have the equipment. But also, yes. Sorry.
No. I've definitely done that before, like playing Half-Life or like Deus Ex or something, and quick saving by accident right before I die on like my last chance or before I lose a ton of stuff. And like it happens like where, you know, you load it again and you're like, there's no way to avoid the death. Like, yeah.
Well, I mean, why else do we have them?
Yeah, don't save them forever. It's kind of hard to tell sometimes with different games. Like, some games really do want you to stock up on stuff forever, and other games are like,
There we go.
if you don't use this stuff all the time.
You have defeated
Sure.
the huge demon. Look, a mystic
job.
statue. Yeah, that thing, this part of the inventory that hasn't updated in ages. Another one of them.
Yay.
Also, unfortunately, we're on this platform that's just falling to the ground. So we are certainly going to die.
Yeah, perpetually falling.
A strange noise fills the air around you. From out of nowhere, you hear Neil's voice. You're falling to the
Well, you're
ground. I
falling to the
noticed.
ground.
Grab the airplane. The what? Yeah, mind you, he just invented airplanes. So what do you expect this plane to look like?
A jet.
Considering that he just invented them. You know. Haha.
You what? Idiot.
Still a little ways to the ground. Try again. What a stupid moment. Yeah, fully metal biplane thing
Love
is
it.
the plane that he made. Which also, like, there was a half-assembled wing. I mean, no, he did say the plane was hidden in the desert, but, like, whatever.
I half expected Tails to be flying it.
A little bit. Don't cry, Will's been saved. This invention saved Will's life. Try and locate the next ruins. I expect the shape of Cygnus is the same as the shape of Mu. Well, to the ocean. Whatever.
Weird use of the town music.
Yeah. This really needed, like...
Its own music.
This really needed different music.
Yeah, like a cool flying theme or something.
Also, the plane crashes. So, you know, we started this session lost at sea with our party split. And we are ending this session at sea with our party split. Well, no, we've got 40 minutes left, so we'll probably get out of the Vampire Palace.
What a diversion.
The next thing he knew, Will was standing in a huge palace. Can't remember anything since the water landing. Is everyone safe? So yeah, we're just kind of here in this castle under the water. And there's skeletons.
It sounds like a Studio Ghibli movie. Then go.
A sign of life from the right-hand room.
Will, where is it?
A red jewel. I can hear a soft voice from somewhere.
This is the palace of the vampires. The fountain in this palace produces demon continuously.
It's a weird fucking place. It's just here. There's no reason that I'm aware of for, you know, you crashed, you land in the vampire palace with a portal that makes demons.
It's like a filler episode.
And your friends are all ghosts. What is this place? Dark and lonely. Mother, save me.
It's like when Krillin and Bulma fly to Namek, and on the way they get like hijacked into some invisible spaceship or something. It's like, and it took like 4 episodes.
In the basement of the castle is a strange fountain. The stone is there. Hurry, what stone? This place is so fucking weird.
Ooh. Wow! Hey, you scared me.
Lily's still corporeal.
I practically had a heart attack. I saw Eric in the other room, but something strange. His body is half transparent. I can see through it. And he seems to be unconscious, as if his spirit is lost. Let's stick together. We don't know what will happen.
Time to turn into a flower again. I'll borrow Will's pocket for a while as a weird sentence.
Gross.
I don't want to go to, like, the basement. Not yet.
Maybe they were just like, we didn't want to animate everybody here, or we didn't have time, so she can just go in the pocket.
Well, it's something she's done before, too, right? Like...
Yeah. I'm just being silly.
On our first meeting, it was like, wow, you can transform too? It's like, yeah, I can transform into a dark knight that can use magic. You can turn into a dandelion?
Yeah.
A purification stone. In the castle.
In the castle.
Like, what is this voice?
Wait a minute, isn't there a hole in that coffin? I could get in through the hole. I better have a look. Strange. There's a key fastened inside this coffin. No wonder it didn't open. Right. I found a strange stone in the coffin. Just don't go in the hole in the bathroom, okay?
Did the middle one give me anything?
Nice.
Right.
Yeah, I guess we can't use it yet. It's for a specific purpose.
Ah, there it is. There's 3 red jewels in this area, and 0 way to return to it if you miss them.
Huh.
Wait, did I just get damaged back up the stairs? Weird.
Yeah, the environments look really good, and for as kind of like unbelievable as it is, like the art direction and sort of like the visual representation of everything kind of pulls you in, even if a lot of things don't make sense.
Yeah, it is genuinely a beautiful game.
Yeah.
It's a little bit clunky, but like this was like, look at this room.
Yeah, this was gorgeous for 1993 or whatever. This was absolutely gorgeous. And still is.
Like, what's...
But we were like, I remember at the time being like, I want to play that. Like, seeing screenshots of this in magazines was definitely like, you know, because people had their consoles a lot longer back then and didn't stay as relevant necessarily. So, like, I still played a lot of NES. So seeing a game like this in magazines, it was like, whoa.
Yeah, we've purified the demon portal tentacle well. It was brought to this palace from Phrygia and changed to a demon. All the demons we saw before were human beings? Well, guess I shouldn't have killed them. Now I know what it feels like to be close to death. Death is terrifying. I wonder if the animals we eat feel the same way I felt right before death. Yeah, just a weird fucking palace.
Yeah, Miss Heathen, exactly, yeah. Yeah, and just, you know, I think most people moved at a different speed when it came to keeping up on games. Like, you just had what you had, and that's what you had.
We were labor traders arrested for the crime of buying and selling human beings. Correct. But the party officials sold us to a vampire. I can't believe it.
Poor you. I didn't think the leopards were gonna eat me, but they did.
I didn't think the slave trade would eat my face. Wait.
Right.
A nice guy asked me, so I followed him. And now you're dead. That's a weird story. Weird thing to bring up in this little game.
This game kind of has like beat 'em up qualities to it too, like with the dashing and attacks and stuff. Like
A bit.
I wonder if New Golden Axe is going to be good.
A vampire couple lives in the coffins. They bring people here, turn them into demons, and use them for labor. This is connected to the land of Mu. The vampires are looking for something there. What? I'm afraid of what might have happened had you come later. I don't really care, though. You do what you do. Another mystic statue mentioned this soon after the other one? Gosh, it's like they forgot about the plot for, you know, a couple of hours. And now we're back to it. I like this music. I really
used to be a barista as well. That's a great quote.
Didn't we say coffins? Where the hell were the coffins?
That left door.
It was down a level from there. Oh. Ah.
Oh, cool.
Okay. Well, perhaps now I can leave. That was the wrong door. That's also the wrong... Oh, god damn it, I hate this place. Maybe we could seize the palace and live here together. Yeah, that's actually a great question. Like, what the fuck do these people do now? We saved them from being demons, but, like, they're without resources in the middle of the sea. Because we also just talk about, like, God, that's a gorgeous implementation of the sea.
Yeah.
That looks so good. The phantom land of Mu lies ahead. A passageway. I wonder if it goes clear to Mu. You just said that it did. Why wouldn't it? They will probably welcome us after waking from sleep of thousands of years. What? So yeah, we just go, like, from a dungeon to a plane ride to that weird vampire palace. Now to dungeon again. This place is extremely reminiscent of the seaside, or like the The fucking island place in Soul Blazer, isn't it?
Yeah. I saw you play through that part, and then some part where you're like going on. Well, I part of a ship you were like on for a while doing stuff.
Hey, look at that crack.
It's lurking. Can you run into it?
Not with our current abilities. We are.
Oh yeah.
We are about to have our abilities expand, and it's weird. Fuck off.
That quote.
Thank you. Also, thanks to the Foxbot random reminders thing earlier on this evening, I've learned that there's a problem with the Foxbot. Several of the last quotes that you've added, Heathen, don't have dates attached to them, and I don't know why. Bad news, we've got Wizrobes.
Yeah, you know, I used to think dating things didn't matter, but it is cool to know when different things happen, like when you beat games, you know?
No. You were not supposed to do it. It's supposed to add today's date when the quote is added. But it's been failing, and I do not know why.
Yeah. I had to redo all that stuff too, like all the bots and stuff recently. Switching to a new computer, and I forgot to like do a bunch of stuff, and it was a whole rigmarole to get them all working right again.
The chest is empty, but it's highlighted by the faces. There's gotta be something interesting about that chest. We've also got this weird bubble thing.
Is it like a warp?
If you can attack the Wizrobe soon enough, it won't fire the projectile, which is kind of nice. I don't know, it's just some kind of like bumper thing that like throws you real good when you bump into it. You can pull it around with the magic, but it's just kind of a weird object.
Cool.
I mean, if y'all just want to keep like going to sleep and waking up again, that's fine by me. Sure. Whee! Uh-oh.
Oh no. Oh no.
Well, the good news, everything that you've killed stays killed.
Yeah. That's very nice. Very nice touch. Low health should make a noise. Yeah. It's funny. I remember thinking that in this game too. Like all of this is coming back to me now. Yeah, because like suddenly you're just dead and it's really kind of hard to tell. I mean, it's not hard to tell, it's not, I don't know, it doesn't catch your attention.
Yeah, I'm just kind of kicking ass and kicking ass and kicking ass and suddenly ceased.
Right, like your health should turn to red or blink or make a noise. Yeah. Zelda got that right for sure.
But at the same time, the sound that they chose is particularly annoying.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, Mario, when he's small, you know you only have one hit, and Sonic, your rings flash when they're at 0. You gotta have an indicator.
Let's go in here. Room of Hope.
Yeah, one distinct noise, right. Or flashing or something, yeah.
There's a number of Mega Man fan games, I swear this is related, in the last several years that I think have done probably the perfect solution to like what would otherwise be a repetitive noise. I don't remember which one was the first one to do it, but like charging the Mega Buster just kind of has that sustained whine in the old games.
Yeah.
And like your palette flashes and all that, sure. But in the fan games I'm thinking of, they have it fade out after a little bit.
That's a nice touch.
Like you start and the whine happens, but then it just kind of goes away and you stay flashing still because you're still charging, but the noise goes away. I think probably something like that with the Zelda low health alarm would be probably fine. Like it goes on for a little bit to let you know that it's continuously a problem and then gets quieter, so it's not absolutely destroying your concentration.
Yeah, it really brings up the tension level.
And also don't do Sonic 2's drowning music. Never do that. Don't do anything like that ever again. That was panic-inducing, and that is not the correct response either.
Yeah, old Sonic have like terrible, like terribly traumatizing music when you're about to die.
Can you imagine Zelda, but like the low health alarm is just that? Just a whole orchestra pipes up. It's like dun 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 dun. It's like, Jesus Christ, calm down.
Do you want me to cry?
So I kind of like this. This area just sort of ends here with these two statues in this closed off area.
Yeah.
There were two empty chests which existed at the crossroads of statues before. So there's just an item where those two are looking. There's no chest here, but that's what the lesson is. Statue of Hope. Was there a room with the same name? There was, but like, how would Will know the name of the room in... Oh, hello, Lily. Oof, I literally already solved that. I already solved and explained that. Wait. Oh, thank God. Okay. Statue containing hopes of Moo people. The sun god, Rama. The ocean holds the power. Well, that was fucking weird.
That was really cool. Ah. Oh, wait. Never mind.
It's just Lily explaining like game mechanics, pretty much. The Statue of Hope lowers the water level.
Right.
So now I can go down here. Like, I don't know why it's... How is that a hope function? Like, the statue is very clearly flowing water as well, visually. I don't know.
Yeah,
All
kind
right.
of wonky.
Time for this area to suck out loud even harder. Because now that the water's level is lowered, there's enemies down there. But I'm not down there. Some of those enemies include those Wizrobes with the homing attacks. So, distinct possibility of running into a situation where I can be attacked and have nothing to do about it.
That's no good.
It's not great. I'm good. Different ball worm. Yep, there's one now, spawning in shit.
Yeah, I like that too, Miss Heathen. That's how like old school Street Fighter used to do it. You know, where you get low on health and then the music changes. That's great. I like how in Metroid 2, if your health got low, it would start kind of doing this like low buzz alarm, but it really wasn't annoying until it got to like the lower it went, the more intense that got. So if you were on like 1 health,
Oh
it
shit!
would be
Oh
very
shit!
annoying.
Wow, I almost got telefragged by Wizrobe.
You got him. Yeah.
That is not something I can hit. Maybe. Yeah, it's not something I can hit. Cool. Glad you can just do that. I guess you do have warning, sort of. You turn red for a moment.
Aren't you red-green colorblind?
Sometimes, yeah.
Oh, right.
Most times. I don't see a way this ends well.
Try it out.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have to kill that first. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah,
I don't think
there
I was
should be more
supposed to have been able to do that.
I don't know, it seems like the way to me.
Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. See what I mean about them being a problem?
Yep.
Now they have the potential to appear on either layer.
There really should be health.
That's a random drop, just like everything else. That means it's fair, right?
Totally.
Whoops, whoops. Hello, Windows. Go away. Thank you. Yeah, low health alarm, more health pickups. Something. A shrine where I could have turned into Frieden. Just ran headlong into those spikes. Hope you know how to dash. It's the only way through. Oh god. Oh no. Oh no. Oh god. A reminder, I cannot influence those enemies. I'm just save stating every screen transition now. If that's what it takes. Thank God. There really ought to have been one of these sooner.
Good job.
And now we get possibly one of the weirdest powers.
Psycho Slider can now be used. Only Yun Will can use the Psycho Slider. Now you can use the sliding attack to pass through small passageways. Push the attack button when running.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Now it's a Dark Souls game. We have a dodge roll kind of thing. Pretty sure you get iframes for it. Maybe not. I don't remember. But yeah, you remember that ledge I pointed out? Or that crack I pointed out that got quoted?
Yeah.
You know how it's nowhere near where you got this power?
Yeah.
That's where you use the power. Game design.
There's another one too, right?
Oh yeah, there's several.
Okay, I was gonna say I saw one.
It also deals quite a lot of damage.
Yeah, there we go.
Wee.
Too cool. Yeah, as far as like layers of gameplay, this game really does stand out from a lot of Super Nintendo games and 16-bit games in general.
There's nowhere to get a running start. Time to use this obstacle. Great. Yeah, sometimes the slide hits multiple times too. It's just kind of great.
Yeah.
It's weird, but it's great.
Right, once you get the slide, the whole game gets a lot easier.
Also, just want to mention briefly, like, when's the last time you saw the bottom of a character's shoes in a video game?
True.
Oh. This layout kinda sucks. It's a little bit jank to hit them, like, both times with this, but if you can do it, it deals like 18 damage, which is, not bad. My only problem is, like, this again could have been a candidate for, could have been a candidate for the, like, the unused button.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because there will be times that I wanted to just swing my sword at a thing. But I didn't get to. Now, where the hell are you looking at? So... Sorta...
Are you supposed to move those?
No, it's another one of those. The item pickup is invisible based on the alignment of these two statues.
Right.
Which is right here.
Nice.
Another Statue of Hope. With the same... Is there a room with that name? Yes, there was. Yeah, I'm immune to spikes when I'm dashing. Or sliding.
That's wonderful.
Good. I just seriously wish the dash weren't like a double tap. Oh, Christ. Sure. I don't think that's how that was strictly supposed to work, but it did. Now, there was another crack like that way earlier, wasn't there?
Yeah. On the bottom.
Yeah, there it is. Whee! Of course, we've been on this floor already. Oh, yep, that's the entrance to the whole place. Haha, whoopsie. But now we can go on the first platform here. Into another room of hope. Like, look at that. That's clearly water flowing. That's just... This isn't the Statue of Hope. This is the statue of move the fucking water.
Echo voice time.
The sun god, Rama. The ocean holds a power. Didn't you say that already?
Not exactly that.
Red Jewel! Don't you love that these permanently missable things are just kind of around? They're just hanging around different places. It's fine, right? God, I hope I found all of them. What a nightmare that would be. That's the entrance again. Oh! Jesus. One slide nearly got that guy. And a rare health drop. Cool. There's another one. Oh god, there's two. Oh, there's three. Why?
That was, you got robbed.
Fuck. Oof. Hey, suggestion. Don't have enemies able to appear on the room transition tiles.
Pretty please.
And another rare health drop. Where the hell were all of these before?
Deep in the Wizrobe's dark place.
I forgot how many Wizrobes I ran away from. Fuck it. I'll come back for them. Oh yeah, I just forgot about going this direction, didn't I? Cool. Uh-oh. Okay, well that could have been... Ah! I almost don't want to do that. Oh. I wasn't expecting him to be, like, giving me story information because he's always just, like, the same thing. So I skipped through a lot of it, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
Whoops. All right.
You feeling ready?
Well, that is unfortunately going to have to do it for this particular session.
Sure.
Coming up on the end of
great.
the end of my little block. Thank you for joining again, Herb.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
I like this game a lot, and you're doing great at it.
Hey, thank you. So, third session next week on the 29th.
Yes, I will be there.
You will? You will?
Yeah, yeah.
Hey. Well, I know you'd said at the outset you weren't sure if you were going to be able to get to all of them, right? So.
Yeah, but also I look forward to this. Like, I found myself looking forward to it.
Yay.
Yeah.
So yeah, next session of this next week. Tomorrow, probably, actually, definitely the conclusion of Small Saga. We'll find out. I really shouldn't just say that in announcements. Someday I will learn my lesson about predicting when I will finish a thing. Oops.
Who are we gonna raid?
That's a great question. Let me open the little interface here. I have nobody I follow live right now.
Okay, so my friend excuse me, my friend I Eat Llamas is playing Tiny Tina's Wonderlands.
That's a strong name.
Yeah. It's like the Borderlands spin-off, and
Oh,
he's
sure.
he's a sweetheart and like is really kind of just starting out streaming too.
Okay.
Here, I'll type in the.
I got it. I found it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, with underscores and stuff.
Yeah, Twitch's little search thing has been getting better about not needing it typed exactly.
Agreed.
Okay. So let's warm up the raid machine. Give me a good one, Foxbot.
Thanks for hanging out, Miss Heathen.
Hey, wait a minute. There's a typo in that. Uh-oh. Oh, I have very limited time to fix this.
No. No, it should be good. Because that's his icon.
Sure, we'll use that. Again, thanks for being here, everybody. Thank you for guesting as ever, or as previously, Herb. We'll see you next time.
Thanks. Good night.
Have a good night.